Okay, why I am no longer vegan. That is right, after 10 years, the chick is now eating fish and eggs. And this decision, this share, did not come lightly. It took some time, it took research, it took collecting data from personal experiences, from people around me, and from just noticing how I was feeling in my body. So truthfully, it started because I saw a photo of myself about 1.5 years ago, and I just did not like the way that I looked. And that photo prompted me to just notice some physical things. My hair was thinning, my nails were super brittle, and I just honestly looked like you could bend me over your lap and break me in half. Like I just didn't look like, you know what I mean? And I didn't like that. Then I started to listen to some podcasts. Dr. Gabrielle Lyons, Organic Olivia, Nina Passero had all shared experiences of what veganism did to their body, and also learned the importance of protein. And I remember it was Dr. Gabrielle Lyons who was really spearheading the idea of 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. And I was over here like, I don't even think I'm getting 30 to 50 grams of protein per day. Maybe not even 20 grams of protein. Because I wasn't ever really the vegan that would eat like the processed vegan food, like tempeh or tofu. Like I never was into that. I never cooked a piece of tofu in 10 years. And so it was physical, and that's when the scientific information had started to make its way in my vortex, where I'm like, okay, there's protein and there's other vitamins and minerals that I'm just not getting from a vegan lifestyle. And there's vitamins and minerals that I need more of now that I'm 30, right? I'm 32 now. But at that time, I'm like, okay, certain things are changing and I need to fuel my body in a proper way. I just was no longer feeling satisfied after meals, and I decided to take the plunge. And I first started with oysters and mussels because I felt like before I had become vegan, oysters and mussels were like my favorite seafood to eat, and I just felt like they were considered a superfood. And I remember like eating my first oyster and like reading the benefits of oysters as I was like about to, enjoy my first oyster. And I kid you not, the first time I had an oyster, I felt my brain come back together. I felt like completely lifted, almost so much to the point that I didn't realize how low I had been feeling before that. So that was a big moment. I'm like, oh shit, okay, I feel different. I feel more energized. I feel satisfied. I feel lit up. I feel like I can process information better. I feel more engaged and more, I didn't realize how lethargic and foggy I had felt for the better half of the last few years. Not so much in my early 20s when I first become vegan, but definitely in the last few years, like I didn't realize just how low and foggy I had been feeling. Then as I started to incorporate more fish and play around a little bit more, I started to notice my hair was changing, my nail health was changing, my skin health was changing, and overall energy levels, overall performance at the gym, the way that my body was responding. I just felt so much better and way more satisfied after meals, to the point where I was like, oh, okay. Sharing this information with friends that were also kind of going through a similar thing or incorporating animal protein in their lifestyle, the conversation was just different, and the observations was very interesting to me as just someone who's like always trying to take in information and notice how I'm feeling in my body, and always wanting to do better and be better for myself, and just like overall for the purpose of sharing my experience with people. So I continue to go, and I haven't had any meat yet. I probably will never have dairy, but whitefish, eggs, we can only do hard boiled. Salmon does not agree with me. For the better half of the last 6 to 8 months, eating consistently the way that I have been, I'm not gonna hold you, I feel 1,000 times better. I didn't even know how low functioning I was before compared to how I feel now. And I am still learning. I'm still finding a healthy balance for myself. and I'm still collecting information and I'm still researching, because this isn't that easy for me, you know, even though it's been like 6 to 8 months at this point, maybe even a little bit longer. I'm still finding a healthy balance of eating the way that I have been so accustomed to eating for the last 10 years to now eating differently and observing how it is that I feel. And then what was really like the topper for me was learning more about my blood type, and learning that my blood type, if you believe in the blood type diet and if you're familiar with that a little bit, that my blood type would actually fare better incorporating red meat. So I haven't gotten that far yet, but this is just the beginning round of the first share to let you guys know that the way that I've been eating over here has dramatically altered, and I'm very excited to share more about that. But until then, stay clean. Big ups to my angel who told me 10 years ago to name my business The Clean Eating Chick and not box myself in, calling myself like the vegan something. Like I wanted to call myself the vegan goddess or something like that. And she was like, no. She's like, don't box yourself in. You're the chick, honey. So more to come.